Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. I have my little notes over here so that I can make sure I don't forget anything. And while I'm talking, feel free to take notes if you want to, or don't if you don't want to, but I would highly recommend taking notes, because if this is a lot of information for you, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed, so that you can go back and be like, okay, well, what did she talk about? And you can go back and refer to that. So if you can take notes, I would take notes, and that way you can think of, questions, jot those down, and you can ask those at the end, or you can use the chat. So, okay. So first of all, I'm going to go over what I did whenever I first joined this business. So for those of you who don't know my story, I am Morgan McIntyre, and I joined this business. I joined ItWorks in October 2014, so a little over 2 years ago. And I joined for an extra $100 a month. That's it. I had no high expectations or high goals for myself when I first started, but I needed $100 a month for gas money because I was commuting back and forth to school 45 minutes one way twice a week, and I had zero free time. I was working a full-time job and a part-time job as well as going to school, and I had no money. And I was like living paycheck to paycheck, like hardly even living paycheck to paycheck. It was a struggle to even be able to do that. I remember putting $5 at a time into my gas tank because I couldn't afford anything more than that. I remember having to, at the gas station run things as credit so that it would only take the $1 from my bank account instead of the full like $10 that I was putting in there, just so I could get myself to work. And I had to wait until, for the full $10 to come out for my check to process the next day. So guys, this was my life before ItWorks. I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have any time. And so a lot of people, I think, look at that as reasons why they can't do this. But for me, it was a reason why I had to. So I joined this business. I got excited. I think that's a really huge thing that I want y'all to get. I got excited. And I think that that's huge, because if you're excited about this and you join this opportunity, whether you know a lot about it or not, for me, I had not a clue what I was doing, y'all. I had zero sales experience. I didn't even know a lot about the products. I had tried a couple of the products, but not really a lot. I didn't have the money to try the products. And when I found out I could do this to earn an extra income, I was sold. So, joined the business, didn't know what I was talking about, but I was ignorance on fire. I got super excited, and people looked at me and they're like, what is that thing that this girl has been doing lately? Like, why is she so excited? So guys, that's what you want people to think about you, is why is she so excited about this? And if people look at you and they think that you're excited, people want something to be excited about. So they want to do this with you. They'll want to join this business with you. They'll want to use these products with you. So get excited. So I joined in the middle of October, so October 15th, and I started doing, I started posting, I started talking to people. I had no idea what I was doing. I did a lot of things really wrong, I guess, but I was doing something, I think, is like the biggest thing. So even though I didn't really know what I was doing, I at least did something and started talking to people. My first goal, and your first goal in this first month that you're in this business, is to sign up 4 loyal customers. And we're going to talk later about what a loyal customer is, but your goal is to sign up 4 loyal customers. So I did that and as fast as I could. And I asked my friends, I asked my family, and they all said no. So if there's anyone on here who maybe you've talked to your friends, you've talked to your family, none of them are interested, that's okay. That happened to me, and I'm still successful with this business. I didn't need my friends to order the products. I didn't need my family to order the products. And I'm still successful. So a lot of my first customers were like random acquaintances from Facebook. We had those people that we like went to middle school with, or they were like a friend of a friend's cousin that we met like one time, and somehow our Facebook friends that didn't even really remember that we were. Those were some of the first customers I had. So post. That's huge, because those people reached out to me first. Reaching out to people, making your hundreds list. But anyway, so I did those things and was able to promote to the rank of executive, which gets you an average of $200 to $300 a month. And I promoted to that rank in December. So just 2.5 months into this business, I was able to replace my part-time job income. And 2 months after that, so in February, so 2 years ago this month, I promoted to Ruby, which is the best rank in the company because every single rank after that is built on rubies. So you can go ambassador diamond if you can go ruby, because if you can go ruby, you can teach your team to go ruby, and that's how you go ambassador. So I went ruby. I was earning a $500 extra a month income, and I was excited. I was like freaking out because I joined for an extra $100 a month. So $500 for me extra was life-changing. That was able to go towards savings. I was able to go towards paying off credit cards. I was able to go towards gas money, obviously. I was able to quit my part-time job so I could just work a full-time job and then go to school. And I came up with huge goals for myself. My first goal was to make $100. I did that in my first month. So it's like, well, what else can I do? I wanted to pay for a plane ticket to go home and see my family that Christmas. And just less than a month into the business, I bought a plane ticket with wrap cash, just selling wraps that I had on hand. You know, you get boxes of wraps in your kit. You're going to be able to get a box of wraps for every 2 customers that you sign. You can get them for $25 instead of $59. And I was getting those wraps and I was selling those wraps for $25 each, $100 a box, and bought a plane ticket. So I was like, okay, now what? So I wanted to get another plane ticket to go and surprise my brother to go see his graduation from high school. So I was able to buy 2 plane tickets in less than like 3 or 4 months, and kept thinking of bigger things, kept dreaming bigger. And that's something that this company lets you do. It lets you dream bigger, right? Because society tells you that you have to do this, you know, graduate high school, go to college, get into tons of debt, go to a job that you probably hate. Some people love their jobs, and that's awesome, but those people are in the minority. Most people don't like their jobs. And then you're in all this debt, and you work forever to try to pay off that debt, and you live a life of mediocrity. So basically that's what society tells you to do, right? But in ItWorks, you're allowed to dream bigger, and they keep teaching you to dream bigger and bigger. So I had this big dream to be able to pay for school in cash and not have to take out any student loans in the summer. You know, there's less financial aid for the summer because you aren't able to get like different like financial, like they say that you don't really need to go to school in the summer, so they don't give you as much money. Well, my program, I was going to school for to be a sign language interpreter, and my program required me to go to school all year round. So going in the summer was not an option. And I remember being like, oh crap, like I'm about to have to take out student loans to pay for the rest of this. And I was super smart with my money. I will say that. I saved really well and used the income that I was making as a Ruby, okay, not as someone who's retired with this business. This was when I was a Ruby making $500 a month. I was able to make enough with that, with different bonuses and wrap cash to pay cash for my tuition for school. And I remember walking in and being able to hand them an envelope when everybody else was handing them they're like, whatever you have to do when you get like a loan. I don't know. I didn't take out student loans, but they were doing that paperwork, and I handed them an envelope with cash. And I remember how freeing that felt. And they looked at me like I was a drug dealer because they were like, how did you get all this money? You're literally 20 years old. And so I got to tell them what I did, and I told them that I was a distributor for a company called ItWorks Global, and that paid for my college. And they were like, you're literally the only person we've ever had come in here and do this. And so anyway, then I dreamed bigger and was able to get a car that's safer. You know, I'm from Mississippi, but now I live in Michigan, and the car that I had in Mississippi is not okay for the snow in Michigan. So I needed a new car, and got the exact one that I wanted instead of just a heavier car or just like a 4-wheel drive car. That's what I was wanting. But I was able to get the exact one that I wanted, to get an all-wheel drive, and now I feel so much safer in the snow, even though I still hate to drive in the snow. It's horrible. But anyways, so I kept dreaming bigger, right? So I think that's what I really wanted to get across to y'all is whatever goal you have now, and if you don't have a goal starting out in this business, which I've asked most of you what your goal is, so you've told me what it is, but if you don't have a specific goal, like mine was for gas money, think of an exact amount that you want. Think of why you need that. Okay. Why is that the amount that you picked? And then once you hit that, because you're going to hit that goal, if you do the things that I'm, going to teach you tonight, you're going to hit that goal. So when you do, you don't stop there. I want to encourage you to think of a new goal, a bigger goal. So now my next goal after I bought that car was that I wanted to retire myself at the age of 22. And let's see, 1 month and like 2.5 weeks after I turned 22, I retired myself. 1 year this month, 1 year ago this month, I retired myself, quit both jobs that I was working, because in the meantime of all of that, I stopped going to school, only was working one job, figured I might as well work two since I'm not going to school anymore. So I was working as a waitress and as an assistant manager, 9 a.m. to midnight, horrible shifts, just not fun. I mean, I was making okay money, especially with my ItWorks income, but it was not fun. Like, that's not what I want to do with my life. It was a dead-end job. I didn't know what I was doing with my life. And so, yeah, ItWorks allowed me to retire at 22. And now my goal this month is to be able to bring home my boyfriend so he doesn't have to work 65 hours a week anymore, because we hope to get married one day and have a family, and I don't want him to have to work that much. And so it's just going to be huge for us if we were able to get this promotion. And so anyway, just constantly dreaming bigger. That's huge. So get excited. This is a super fun business. Guys, I did not join for friends. I did not join to have fun. I joined for $100. That was literally it. I didn't know anything else. I have had so much fun with this business. I've gone on 2 free cruises that the company has paid for to Mexico and to the Bahamas. And like, I don't want y'all to hear these things and think like, oh, I could never do that. That's crazy. Neither did I. I didn't think that I would be able to. And these weren't recent. These were like right after I joined. And then the last one was to the Bahamas was last November. But these were, pretty early into my time in the company. So, anyway, so this is a super fun business. You're going to meet some of your best friends through this company. I know I have. And, so that's my story. That's how I got started. A lot of you are probably, you probably work. You probably have a family. Some of you are in school. There's so many different things that y'all are doing, right? Y'all are busy. We're busy. And that's a good thing. So I don't want you to think that, okay, like I'm so busy I can't do this business. Because the truth is that the busier that you are, the better you're going to be at this business, because busy people see more people, right? If you're a stay-at-home mom, you're actually, they're super, super busy, but they're not going to see as many people as someone who is going to school full-time and working full-time and part-time jobs like I was. And so even though I was busy, that wasn't necessarily a disadvantage to me. So whatever stage of life that you're at joining this business, getting started now, you can make this business work for you. So get excited. I'm going to teach you how to get started. I'm going to teach you a couple of different tips that I have, for getting you started. So the first one that I want you to do, if you haven't already, is to log into your eSuite. There's going to be a thing that pops up that's your tax document, your tax form. Go ahead and fill that out. And it's just going to it's so that you're not on commissions hold anymore. It's so that you can get paid. So fill out that tax form really quick. And all of you, whenever you joined, got $20 in free product credit. So you got your free box of wraps coming in the mail with your starter kit, but you also got $20 in free products. So go onto your eSuite, go under orders. At the top, there's little tabs. Go to orders and choose a product that you want to try, whatever product that you want to try, and you're going to get $20 off that product. So say you want to use the greens. You're going to pay for $13 for those instead of $55. So that's going to be way cheaper for you. So use that $20 product credit. Get a product in your hand, find something that you love, and tell people about that. That's really going to help your business too. Okay, and then make sure that you are commissions qualified. If you haven't already, you're going to want to go and set up your auto shipment, your ADBB auto shipment, so that it runs a month from the day that you started. So if you started on February 2nd, you're going to want your auto shipment to run no later than March 2nd. And this month you're already commissions qualified, but next month you're going to want to run that auto shipment or have 150 in personal customer sales. and either of those will get you commissions qualified. Okay. The next thing that I want you to do is to be familiar with your ItWorks website. So if your website, whatever website name you chose, .myitworks.com, go just get on that website a little bit and look around at some of the different stuff that we have. We have results pictures, we have packs, we have all of the products that we have, over 40 different products. There's a little description of each of those things, and you can go on there and just kind of see what each product does, so that whenever you see something like Confianza, and then you hear it's a natural stress reliever. So whenever you hear somebody say, what's good for stress, you'll automatically think Confianza. So knowing the products is awesome. So it's going to take some time to get used to those, but learning those eventually is going to really, really help you, because one day if you're out, as a mom, and you're hanging out at the park with your kids, and you hear these moms saying how tired they are, you're going to immediately think, oh, the greens will help her. And then we're able to help more people because we're familiar with our products. We know what they do. Okay, so know the website, know the products. And then let's talk really quick about a loyal customer. What is a loyal customer? Your first goal is to get 4 loyal customers in 1 month, right? So what is a loyal customer? Well, we can't really sign up loyal customers and help people become a loyal customer if we don't know what they are. So a loyal customer is someone who just agrees to have a product shipped to them for 2 additional months. So for example, let's say someone orders this month and they want to order wraps. They want to order a full box of wraps from your website this month. So the wraps are normally $99 for a box of 4, which is the full treatment. But they're going to get them for $59 when they do the loyal customer program, which I like to call the 90-day challenge, because it just makes it sound less intimidating, I think. If you told someone, hey, let's sign you up as a loyal customer, people are going to automatically think in their head for some reason that there's a minimum purchase that they have to make every month, which is not true, that there may be a fee to start, which is not true. And we don't want them to think those things, because that may be a turnoff. So we want to be sure that they know it's just a 90-day challenge. We've got one of the best, if not the best, loyal customer program out there. We take really good care of our customers. So they're just going to agree to have a product shipped to them for 2 additional months. Let's say they get the wraps this month. They're going to get that 40% off discount. So they're going to be $59 for a full box of 4. So then let's say next month they decide that they want to try the greens, so they're not so tired all the time. So then they're going to use the greens. They can switch their product, and the greens are only $33. So they're cheaper, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be the same product. It doesn't have to be the same price. And then let's say the next month they want to do the ItWorks system, which is a really big pack. They can do that. They have full control over all of those things. They're able to switch their auto shipment date. They're able to, they have full control over everything. So some of the perks that go with being a loyal customer / 90-day challenge customer, and this is not something that you're going to want to tell them up front. Whenever you're first talking to them about the product, you would not want to tell them all of these things. Why? Because it's word vomit, and because you don't want to tell them too much information, because then they're going to be super confused and just be like, never mind, this is way too much. No, I don't want to talk about that. So all we're going to tell them, and I'll go over a typical conversation with you later, but these are some perks that you're going to want them to know after they sign up. So perks, they get 40% off all of the products. They get 10% back on every order that they make in the form of perks points. So let's say they order the greens. They're $33. So they're going to get 10% of that, which is $3.30 in perks points, which just is free product. So they have $3.30 that they can now use towards any products so that they're cheaper. They can rack up those perks points so they can get a free product, but they can only use the perks points on separate orders. So you cannot use perks points on your auto shipment orders, but only separate orders. So if I wanted to, later on in 5 months, if I'm still getting my order, I've racked up, 33 perks points, and I wanted to get a free thing of hair, skin, and nails, I can do that. And, just use my perks points for it, but it would be a separate order. It would not be my auto shipment. So my auto shipment, maybe I'll get wraps, and as a separate order, I'll get my free thing of hair, skin, and nails with my perks points. Okay, so 40% off discount, 10% back on your 4th order. So they have to do it for 3 months, right? So February, March, and April. Then after April, they can choose to continue it or they can choose to turn it off. I like to think of it as you choose to continue your order or you choose to become a distributor, because this isn't just a 9 month. This isn't just a 3-month program. You're going to want to be on our products for the rest of your life because they're that good for you. And I will never not use our products. And if you like trapped me on a desert island and I could only bring one ItWorks product, I think I would have a panic attack. Like, I don't know which one I would pick, because I seriously am that in love with our products. And that's how I want you to become too, as you start using the products. But anyways, so I like to offer them the option to become a distributor after that 3rd month. But they can turn that auto shipment off, or they can continue their orders, and they're going to get free shipping on their 4th consecutive order and every consecutive order after that, okay, for their auto shipment. They are going to get a free $50 shopping spree on top of all the perks points that they've, racked up. On that 6th month, they're going to get a $50 shopping spree. On their 12th month, they're going to get a $150 free shopping spree. Y'all, I have customers that have been customers with me pretty much since I started, and they have over $400 in free products, because that's how crazy awesome our loyal customer program is, our 90-day challenge customer program. So these, like, whenever we sign people up as a loyal customer, they're not really doing us a favor. I like to think of it as we're doing them a favor, because that's how awesome these products are. We're helping them get healthier. We're helping them reach their goals. So I never feel bad about posting about the products. I never feel annoying, because I'm helping people. These products have genuinely changed my life. The greens took me off my heart medication. I don't have to take those anymore. And I was literally bedridden for almost a year in 2013, and now I don't have to do that. The doctors told me that I would never be able to walk or run again, and now I do CrossFit. And I really, truly believe it's because these products gave me the ability to get my health back and to be able to start exercising again. And so I'm super excited about these products. When I talk to people about the greens, I genuinely know that that they're going to help them. So that's what a loyal customer is. Does anyone have any questions about what a loyal customer is, or perks that they get for being a loyal customer? If you do have questions, go and unmute yourself and just ask the question really quick, or you can type it in the chat if you're on your computer and you can see the chat. No questions? Okay, cool. So the next thing I want to talk about really quick is, oh, hang on. Somebody does have a question. She said it's about the greens. Hang on just a second. She's typing it out on the chat, so I'm just waiting for her. But while she's doing that, the next thing we're going to talk about is how to post, kind of like what to post, what not to post, how I come up with posts, where I get my pictures from. A lot of you don't have products yet on hand, so how can you post about the products? We'll talk about all of those things in just a second. And I'm going to talk to you about how I edit my how I edit my pictures, and things like that. So okay, so she said, when I talk to a customer explaining this stuff, they're going to wonder how it works. Also, does it work with scoliosis, mental health issues, or just heart illnesses? Here's the thing. You can't make any medical claims. You can't tell them that they work for any of those. And for my heart condition, I always tell people, this is not me saying that the greens cured me. This is me saying that my personal testimony, I don't have to use my heart medications anymore. And it's since I've started using the greens and I've replaced my heart medications on my own, I made that choice to do that on my own. So that I don't have to take my heart medications anymore. Now I take the greens. So you can't say anything about them curing or preventing or anything like that, because that's not That's not what they're for. So you can't make any medical claims. So if people ask you how this stuff works, or like what do the greens do, all of that's on your website. So you can just go to your website and look up a little like blurb about that and just type out like a sentence or two. Super, super simple. And if you need me, you can always come to me too, but all that's on your website. Okay. So what was I about to say? Oh, and no, you can't say anything about the wraps being weight loss. We just say they're tightening and firming. So they just tighten and firm your skin. That's what they're for, because you actually don't lose weight with the wraps, which is another thing I want to talk about later, is making sure that you understand people's goals. Because if someone comes to me and they tell me, hey, I'm really interested in these wraps, tell me more about them. I'll tell them a little bit about what the wraps do. And then my next question to them is, what are your goals? Because if they look at me and they say, I'm looking to lose 50 pounds. Okay, well, the wraps are not going to be what you want to use. You can use the wraps after you lose the weight to tighten up and firm that skin, but you're not going to want to use wraps to lose 50 pounds. That's not what the wraps are for. So you're going to want to use something like the System or the Triple Threat or something like that. So that's the type of thing that I would recommend for them. And so, yeah, just asking them their goals. But okay, so the next thing, how to post and how not to post. So let me find an example really quick of what not to do. And what you're going to want to do with your posts is to be a friend. So you're going to want to look for ways to help people. And you're going to want to look for ways to make people feel things. When people feel things, they're more likely to understand what you're talking about. So whether you're talking about the business, like whenever I say things like, my mom was a single mom for like 2 years while I was living at home still, because my parents got divorced whenever I was a senior in high school. And, I talk about how, we weren't able to pay for groceries and the light bill in the same month sometimes. And I had to buy the groceries for my family, or we had to choose between the two. And I tell people those things. I'm vulnerable with people, and not everybody has a story like that, and that's okay. But be you and be real with people, and don't just show the highlight reels. Tell people the truth about, where you come from and why you're doing this. And even if you don't have a story to say, this is how I used to be, this is, what ItWorks has done for me. If you joined yesterday, you may not have something that ItWorks has done for you already, but you can tell people what it's going to do for you. So if you don't have, a testimony saying like, well, like whatever, like I've done this and this and this, whatever, retired from my job, but you're all eligible for a $10,000 bonus. Go out there and claim that and tell people on social media, tell them that you're working hard for this $10,000 bonus and you're claiming it and it's yours. So ask them if they want to jump on board with you and earn it with you. Things like that. Like that's not you lying, it's you claiming it and putting it out there. Because it's a law of attraction. What you put out there is what you get back in. So if you're putting that out there, you're going to get people to come into your business who really do want this opportunity like you did. So talk to people about the opportunity. Talk to people about the products and tell them what the products have done for you. If you don't have any results, use my personal testimony until you get your own. When your kit comes in, if you've never tried a product from ItWorks before, use one of the wraps. Have a before and after picture of the wraps. Make sure that you're using them correctly, and post a picture of your before and afters. And that way people see that these products really do work. And it's not just, some random person from across the country you don't know. It's you. When people tell me that these products, if they're like, well, do these products really work? Yes. And you can't tell me any differently, because I know for myself, I've seen them work for me. So I know that they do, and you can't ever tell me that they don't, So I think that's super, super important. Okay, so here's what not to post. I'm going to try not to show the name. So see this Instagram? Does that look like something that you would want to follow? Oh. All of these things on here? Not really. Like if you saw all those ads, like they just look, I don't know what this person looks like. I don't even know what their face looks like, honestly. So you want to know what the people look like, and you want your page to look inviting. You want your page to look bright, and you want it to look colorful because people are going to want to follow you. So this is my page in contrast to that. So this is what my page looks like. Super bright, colorful. You see some before and after pictures, but it's not full of before and after pictures. I don't have ads on there. I have actual testimonies and pictures of me and my friends and my family and things that I love. So you're going to want to post those types of things. If you go into Destined for Diamond, which all of you were added to, go to Destined for Diamond and go look at click info. Here, let me show you. Click info, and then you can go to the different photo albums. It'll say pictures on there. And then where those pictures are different albums for pictures that you can post based on what you're looking for. So if you click on there, let me go back and show you. So go to Destined for Diamond, click this little info button here, and then go down to photos, and then you're going to go to albums. And all right here, you're going to see product pictures, quotes, distributor pictures, blog style pictures. All of those are available for you to use. We've got me holding products. You've got other people holding products. You have before and afters. Those are really, really great for you to start off with. In the Destined for Diamond page, I've created a personal, it's a Word document with 31 days of posting. Every single day for 31 days, there are 2 posts made out for the products and 2 posts made out for the business. So 4 posts for every single day for 31 days. If you can't think of anything to post, go to that. If you just want to use that until you get an idea of what to say, if you're just kind of like, well, I don't even know what to talk about, know how to word this, I'm running out of things to say, then go to that 31 days of posting. They're numbered by the day. So today is the 14th. So you would go down to where it says 14, and then you would go and copy and paste those. For posting, for a lot of us, we're super busy. I was when I first joined. I didn't have time to make posts every single day, every couple of hours. And I still don't. And I do this full time. I got a life, I don't always have time to do this. Buffer is a really cool app. It's free. Right there is Buffer, and you can go in and make posts and get the pictures and write out what you want to say and then buffer them. So whenever you're ready to post it, you can look on there and click this little button. Can you see it? And then you click share, and then it's going to copy and paste it over to you. And then it'll take you to Instagram, and you can post it. So that way they're already made. So what I'll do is maybe every night or every couple of nights, I'm going to sit there for maybe 20 minutes, and I'm going to make a couple of posts. I'm going to get a couple of posts together either from Pinterest and show some cute fashion, or pictures of my friends, pictures of coffee, because hello, I love coffee, or pictures of traveling, or pictures of the products, pictures, whatever. And I'll make a couple of posts about the business, a couple of posts about the products, and then a couple posts of just random things, because everything on my page is not about the business. It's not about the products, because I have my personal life too. And I want to show people that I'm more than just, a networks distributor, because that's what we initially got Facebook and Instagram for, is to show about our lives. So we still want to do that. Okay. So we want to make our posts bright. So an app that I really like is called Pick Tap Go. This is what it looks like. It's the yellow one. Let me turn my brightness down. I think that'll help. Or maybe I need to turn it up. Yeah. Pick Tap Go right there. So that one's free, I think, or I don't really remember. But if it costs $1 or $2, it's worth every single penny to buy it, because you can go in and layer the filters. Pick Tap Go. And then on there, I make borders around my pictures. So you can use that. But okay, so next thing I want to talk about really fast is the 100s list. If you have done, I'm trying to think of who's on here, but most of you have gotten to the point in your training with me. Some of you haven't yet, and that's okay. We'll get there. Some of you have gotten to the point in your training where you've already made a list. I told you to make a list of about 30 to 40 people that that you can reach out to. Well, if you've already reached out to those people, you need to be growing that list every single day. So my 100s list, I still use my 100s list, but it's grown based on, whenever I talk to new people, I add names. Whenever I talk to new potentials on Instagram. I'll add some names. Whenever I talk to people on Facebook. So my 100 list is constantly growing. So one, I want you to start a 100s list. It doesn't have to be 100 names right off the get-go, but you want to have at least like 30 to 40 to start with. And then as you continue to talk to people, you're going to grow that 100s list every day. Those are people that you message, people that you reach out to, people that you want to do this business with you because you think it'd be fun for them. You think that they really could use the extra income, or because you want them to use the products because they could help you, because or that you could help them, and that they have goals that our products can help with. So that's what your 100s list is. So have one of those, continue to build that, have it in like a little notebook, a napkin, I don't care, just have a 100s list. It's super, super important, and that's a really great way for you to get started for your business. Reaching out to your warm market. So your warm market is it's like people that people that you work with, people that are in your family, people that you're friends with, people that you see regularly. You actually know them. For me, be people at church, be people at school, like at my college I went to. Those are your warm market. So you're going to reach out to those people first. Those are probably going to be your first customers. Even though my friends and family never joined, it was people like acquaintances and people like at school or church who are my first customers. And that's going to be your first like few people who get interested or who will order from you. But eventually you're going to run out of your warm market. And you're not going to have any more people, that you have known your whole life who still haven't ordered yet. Like eventually they're going to all order and they're going to all join this business. So when you run out of your warm market, then you're going to have to find other people. So what I want you to be doing now, even though you first start and you just started, go ahead and expand your cold market. That's people that you don't know, people that you've never met before, which are pretty much all of you. Whenever I joined this business, I didn't know any of you. I've grown my cold market so that I can find new people like you to meet who I can help. So my goal is to help as many people as I can with this business because it's changed my life. And to do that, I'm going to go find more people. So I'm going to add people on Instagram. I'm going to go and I'm going to add people on Facebook based on my suggested friends or through friend groups, the groups on Facebook for like makeup or whatever you're a part of. I'm going to reach out to my cold market. I'm going to message them. I'm going to tell them that I hope that they're having a great day. I'm going to keep posting. I'm going to plant those seeds, and I'm going to water those seeds by reaching out to them and saying, hey, I saw that you liked a lot of my posts on my page, and I'll always love seeing your posts too, but I was curious if you're interested in doing what I do because I know that this extra income is really helping me, and I know that it could help you too. Something like that. And just reaching out to people, you don't know them, but that's okay because you're going to build this relationship with them over social media, and that's kind of how we work in 2017, So go ahead and start expanding that cold market so that you aren't at, a standstill when you run out of people to talk to from your warm market and you haven't done anything with your cold market. Does that make sense? So while you're talking to all these people that you're messaging them, you're posting, you're doing all these things. While you're doing that, go ahead and start following people, add people on Facebook, and do those things so that later on you can message them and build this relationship with them. And when they see your post, they're going to reach out to you. Okay, so following up is huge. You're going to want to follow up with the people that you talk to. Most people won't join your business or they won't order products the very first time that you talk to them. Most of the people on this Zoom, most of y'all I had to really follow up with and, ask you multiple times if you're ready to join, ask if you had any more questions, ask you if I could help you get started. And that's normal. I know I didn't sign up the first time that I heard about it. So a lot of people don't. And you're going to want to follow up with those people because the fortune is in the follow-up. If you don't hear anything else that I say tonight, hear that I say fortune is in the follow-up, because if I never followed up with anyone that I talked to, I seriously would never sign up anybody hardly, because most people don't sign up the very first time. So by following up with people, you can do this however you want to. I usually contact people. I have their names written down and the day that I talk to them. And then I'll go back 2 days later, 2 weeks later, and 2 months later, and I will contact them again from the day that I talked to them first. So there's tons of different ways you can do it. This is all over YouTube. If you type in ItWorks trainings, you can find these types of things and see what works best for you, because that's what I do. And that may not be what works best for you. So you've got to find out what that is. And then you're going to, whenever you start signing up customers, you're going to want to keep track of those customers. You're going to want to write their names down, however you choose to do it. You're going to want to keep track of who they are and reach out to them every so often. Make sure that they got their products. Make sure that they understand all the extra perks we talked about of the loyal customer program, that it's not just 40% off the products. That they're going to earn $200 worth of free products in the next year if they continue their shipment. They're going to get free shipping on their 4th order and every order after that. They're getting 10% back on every order that they're purchasing now. So you want them to know all of those things. And then check in with them, ask if they love their products, ask if they want to change their order, ask them if they have any questions about how to use the products. We want them to be using the products correctly, because if they're not using them right, then they're not going to get the best results possible. And if they're not getting the best results possible, they're going to think that they don't work, but really they just didn't know how to use them. So that's our job, is to make sure that they're doing what they should be doing, so that they get the best results for themselves. So last little thing really quick, because I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information. I know it was probably kind of a lot, but this is basically just the gist of everything, just kind of going over, just hitting like pretty much everything that there is to know about the business in about 45 minutes. So just kind of hitting little points, but very last thing is just an example conversation to have with someone. So most of the time, whenever I talk to someone about the business or the products, I reach out to them first. Every so often someone will come to me and they'll say, hey, what is it that you do? And it's happening more often because I'm getting so many followers and I've built up my network so much. But at the beginning, I was definitely reaching out to everyone that I talked to, which is okay. That's what you should be doing. So remember, posting isn't asking. So go ahead and ask those people, message them, reach out to them. And if they're liking your post, or if they are on your 100s list. So an example conversation, I'll reach out to someone, let's say about the hair, skin, and nails, and I'll say, hey, I noticed that you have awesome hair. I hope that's not weird, but I always see your posts, and I think that you'd be an awesome hair model for me. Would you be interested? And then they'll say like, oh my gosh, yeah, I would love to. Or they may not message you back, or they may say, no, I'm not really interested. Either way, that's okay. If they say that they are interested, then you're going to say, okay, awesome. So basically it's $55 normally for a month's treatment, but it's only $33 when you do the 90-day challenge. And then they're going to say, what's the 90-day challenge? And I'm going to say, it's where you agree to have a product shipped to you for 2 additional months and you get my discount on the products. It doesn't have to be the same every single month. Does that make sense? And I always like to end my texts or my messages with a question, because if I just left it at just the end of a sentence, they may not know what to say back to that. They may not know how to respond. So when I say, does that make sense? They can say yes or they can say no, but they've got something to say back. So then they'll say like, yeah, that makes sense. And I'll say, okay, awesome. Are you ready to order now? Or what I've learned to say at conference that we went to last weekend was that there is a lot of people that say, okay, great, let's go ahead and get your order in. And either way you want to say it, you can say, are you ready to order now? Let's go ahead and get your order in. They're going to have the opportunity to say, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Or they're going to say that they can't do it yet. So if they say they're ready now, go ahead and walk them through that. I usually have them go to my website and let me know when they get there. Then I will walk them through the process. I want to know that they're tracking with me and that they're not just asking for the directions and they're not planning on ordering anytime soon. I want to know that they're with me. So I say, go to my website, let me know when you're done, or whenever you're there, and then I'll walk them through the steps. If they say that they're not ready to order now, I'll say, that's fine. When are you going to be ready? Or they'll say, hey, I have to, I'd love to, but I have to get paid again. I'll say, that's totally fine. I'll hold a spot for you. When do you get paid again? When's your next paycheck? And, they'll tell me the date and I'll say, okay, I'm going to write your name down now and I'm going to save a spot for you. So I'll contact you on that date and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm so excited to help you. So just something like that, super, super simple. And that's a potential right there. So if you're talking to them on Instagram, get them off of Instagram as fast as you can. Try to get them to send you a text message. Usually if they say yeah, I'm interested, I'll say, cool, will you shoot me a quick text? Or sometimes depending on how fast they're messaging me back, if it's super, super quick, then I'll just wait until they're ready to order and I'll say, cool, I'll walk you through it. Shoot me a text really quick and it'll be easier to text you with notifications and everything. And then they'll shoot me a text and we'll walk them through it. But if they don't sign up right away, that's okay. Know that that's normal. Most people don't sign up right away. And if they tell you a date and you go and follow up with them and they don't respond, know that that's okay. Know that that's normal. I have people all the time tell me, like, yeah, I'll be ready on Friday. So then I'll message them on Friday and I don't hear back from them. It's like they fell off the face of the earth. And that happens. But that's why we continue to find new people, so that if those people don't message us back, it stinks because we really wanted to help them. But it's really not that big of a deal, because we're going to have new people to talk to. We're going to have people that do want to order, people who are ready right now, even though some people won't be. So hopefully that all makes sense. If y'all have any questions, go ahead and unmute yourself and go ahead and ask those questions. We're going to try to get off here in the next like 3 minutes or so that everybody can get on for the team Zoom. So after this, we're going to have a team Zoom every Tuesday night. We have a whole team-wide Zoom, and just like this, and I just teach everyone. I'll either teach or I'll have someone from like a different team on here and as a guest talking. So every single week we have these Zooms every Tuesday night, 10 o'clock at night, same Zoom meeting ID and everything. So I really, really would encourage y'all to stay on here. I'm actually going to stop the recording and like hang up, and then you're going to have to call back really quick. But I would encourage y'all to get back on the Zoom later, because this is going to be some really good information. You're going to be able to see some faces of the team, get to know people. This is really where we come together and encourage each other, have fun, laugh. And so I love our weekly Zooms. They're really great to start the week off with. And so, yeah, just want to make sure that y'all know that too. But does anybody have any questions really quick about what we already talked about? If you do, you can either unmute yourself, or you can type it in the chat, or you can text me. Okay, well, if nobody else has any questions, then I will go ahead and end this recording. And like I said, I just don't want this recording to be like 2 hours long. Let me try to upload this on YouTube. So if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a text. I'm going to hang this up. It's going to knock all of you off. So go ahead and sign back in. Same ID, 516-642-5733. Just click join meeting again. So I will see y'all in just a second. Thanks for joining. I'm super excited for y'all. Bye.